Okay, what's going on, guys? Good morning. Right now I'm at the Pure Muscle and Fitness Mecca of Canada, getting ready to train. Last time I left off with you guys, I did some breakfast sandwich stuff, which was really fun. I also obviously just did my pro debut as well, so if you guys missed that one, make sure you check out the last series. This is going to be a brand new series. I'm going to be documenting the training. I want to get a little bit more in depth of like the way that I train, and I showed you guys a little bit bits and pieces through prep, but this is going to be more of like an operation, like grow, get bigger, get competitive in the pro ranks. When I did the pro show, I finished 4th. So looking back and kind of making adjustments to what I need to bring to the stage next time, I kind of learned a lot doing that process. So I've still got 14 or 15 pounds to add to my classic physique weight cutoff. So right now I'm waking up around 230. My cutoff is 230. So realistically, I have to put on another probably 10 to 15 pounds. At this stage, I'm more so like in a recovery phase, like coming off of a long prep, giving my body a bit of a break. But I'm getting really close now to kind of firing things back up and getting ready to add a little bit more tissue. So I want to take you guys through the process of how I'm going to improve leading into the next phase, which is going to be doing what it takes to get qualified for the Olympia. So the Olympia is the goal, 2022. It's at the end of the year, so it really kind of works out timing-wise well for me, being able to go through a growth phase, have enough time to diet and do what I need to do some shows at the end of the year. So I'm not 100% on what those shows are going to be, but I told my wife I'm literally going to do every show imaginable until I get that qualification that I'm looking for. So it's going to be a lot of fun, a lot of stuff kind of coming up in the fall time. But for now, it's all about just growing, getting bigger, eating a lot of food, training heavy. And those are also fun things for me too. So I'm gonna show you guys what that looks like through day of eating, bunch of training, difference in supplementation, and everything in between. So hope you guys enjoy this series as well. And if you missed the last one, make sure you check that one out too.
If your current position, I just hold out to the perfect condition. Coming alive. Whoa. Heat of the night. Whoa. Now is the time.
All right, so starting off with legs today for you guys. So I know throughout the prep, I never posted like a quad day video, so I wanted to get into kind of my take on quads. It's definitely my strength, so it's something that I want to kind of show you guys the process of how I end up training them. A lot of the influence comes from my coach, Patrick. So his training style is called SST, and it starts with more of a compound movement. So instead of like free squatting, which I've never really been that great at, never really connected all that well with, I prefer the hack squat. So I'm gonna start on this Atlantis piece here at Pure. They've got like 15 hack squats here, but this one I really enjoy. And for the first movement, it'll just be working our way up to a heavy 6 and then doing straight sets, 3 straight sets of 6 reps. So I'm gonna start this guy and then we'll keep it moving from there. So I like adding the band. Just takes a little bit of weight off at the bottom. It's not as hard as your knees, like kind of pushing out of the hole. And for these ones too, if you guys are like lacking that kind of outer sweep, pushing through the outsides of your feet, I find there's a lot more activation for your outer quads. So that's what I try and focus on the way down. It's full control up and down, controlling through the eccentric and concentric movement of this piece here specifically. There's no point just dropping it and then ripping it up again. So those are a couple of cues that I try and work on here. So for this exercise, especially like the first one, I like to use like feeder sets to get up to a heavier weight. So instead of like fully going to failure or even close to failure, I'll stop like at 3 to 5 reps just to get the body kind of equated to heavier weight. And then once I get to that working set, I haven't burned all my energy kind of working up to it. So this will be working set number 1, try to get 3 of these, anywhere 6+ reps, and that'll be it on the hack squat.
that I'm running in place. Y'all really testing my patience. Right before I blew the spot, I had to get back to the basics. What if my talent is wasted? You see what I'm lacking the placement. Thoughts as I rap in the basement. My come-up is legend, is greatness. I don't care now, it's pedal to the metal. I can never quit now, I will never settle. Puppet to the game, I'm pulling strings like Geppetto. We in the same game, but I'm on a different level. I passed it. Gotta keep grinding till I'm laid up in the casket. No fuck round, but you feeling too plastic. Yeah, y'all feeling too plastic. They say my style.
Wasn't sure what was coming back for that one. Heavy stuff is kind of out of the way with those 6 reps. Now we go into the program is full of like different types of intensifiers. So whether it's a drop set, a strip set, time under tension kind of situation. This one is like a tempo, so it's long eccentric motions and then kind of pushing the weight up quick. So to fire as many muscle fibers as possible. So what I'm doing with the leg press is 5-second tempo down, pause at the bottom and shoot it up. I'm gonna try and get more volume, ideally like 10 to 15, but I don't wanna rest too long. It's like more of a metabolic style workout for this piece specifically. So it's only gonna be 2 sets, but the sets are gonna be really nasty.
Don't make me lose my mind. Don't make me lose my mind. Don't make me lose my mind, cause I'm looking like Wesley, test me. Don't make me lose my mind. Don't make me lose my mind. Don't make me lose my mind, cause I'm looking like Wesley, test me. Cause I'm looking like Wesley, test me.
Everything's warmed up, everything's good, so I don't need any more like feeder sets or anything like that. I've done like 2, I guess, heavier type compound lifts, so I'm moving over the extension, and it's gonna be, I'm gonna do timed sets actually. So get my phone out for this one, and I'm gonna do 45 seconds in between sets. Try to do like 4 or 5 sets, get a little bit higher volume, and sets range between 10 and 20. And really just wanna focus on like the midsection of the quad. So I've already really taxed the outer quad. The teardrop always takes a beating. So it's just a real deep stretch on the way down and then a hard squeeze at the top. So I don't go too heavy on this and just try and rip out a lot of volume and get as good of a pump as I can. Pure hypertrophy with this.
Don't make me lose my mind, cause I'm looking like Wesley, test me. Don't make me lose my mind. Don't make me lose my mind. Don't make me lose my mind, cause I'm looking like Wesley, test me.
I need the wheelchair for that. Contrary to popular belief, this is not just a bikini row machine. This thing can kick your ass if you do it properly. So I'm gonna use it to superset with lunges, and it's gonna be very quad dominant. So it'll be all pushing through the toes, closer feet placement, and then same thing with the lunges. It's gonna be pushing through the toes. Each individual rep is really focusing on the quad. So today I'm just trying to take hamstrings completely out because I train them on a separate day. So I'm gonna hit this, some walking lunges up and down this hallway here, and that's gonna be it for today. So just starting to get back into the swing of things with training after prep, like I said. Eventually be adding a little bit more volume, probably like a 5th and a 6th exercise to quad day, just because they can handle a lot more. But right now, the goal is, you know, growing, but obviously recovery needs to be there too. So I want to make sure that, you know, I'm fresh enough and I have enough food in me that I can get, you know, proper amount of rest and recovery for the following days. And I'm not just like breaking myself down. But that's hard to do too, because you want to push yourself in these moments. But yeah, let's jump on here, do some walk lunges, get out of here.
'Cause all I want is you tonight. Oh, 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 oh.
That was intense, holy shit. That was a long way, yeah. I haven't done that much cardio in a long time too, so I'm cooking. But yeah, that was leg day for today. it's gonna progressively get more and more intense as I get deeper and deeper into my off season. But I'll be sore for sure tomorrow from that. And yeah, I want to do more and more of these videos, guys. So if you have anything you want to see training wise, I want to touch more on like the technique and why I'm doing certain things, and to kind of go back like from the beginning to the end of the workout. It's like a compound heavy movements, shifting into more bodybuilding style, hypertrophy volume, and getting the best of both worlds. Like, I get the question all the time, should I lift heavy with low reps or light with high reps? And like the perfect answer is do both. You always need a foundation of strength, but at the end of the day, you got to push the volume, push the intensity. And I've always kind of included, for everything I do, chest, back, even arms, it doesn't matter. Starting off with the compound movements, moving more to like the isolation, hypertrophy, kind of throughout the training session. So that's how I do my training personally. Moving into the next kind of thing, I'm gonna be touching on the diet. That's changed a ton since the beginning of obviously prep. So it's a lot more food, it's a little bit more fun, exciting, growing muscle tissue versus losing body fat. So show you guys into that as well. And yeah, I'll keep these YouTube videos rolling, and look forward to sharing more with you guys in the coming weeks.